Hey there everyone, this is Jeffrey with Killaskila Gaming, and welcome back to The Evil Within. Previously we completed Chapter 7, where we faced off against the Keeper, the big guy in the butcher outfit with the safe/box head. And I don't think we really learned much new through this section that we hadn't already learned from Chapter 6, because those two go hand in hand. So let's just jump into the next section. Chapter 8. A planted seed will grow. If I'm not mistaken, it's either this chapter or the next one is pretty long. So we will see how things go. Don't think did I have much? Oh, I do have some stuff left. You know why? Because I didn't actually take out the Keeper officially. I tried to. I failed. I figured I would, with it being a regular new game. Things I tell you. I think I'm out of matches. Once again. I do use them somewhat flippantly, I will admit. Oh boy. My terrible aim strikes again. So I killed a few of them, right? Yeah, like 4 of them, I think. Really? What the heck is that? I don't have anything left. Well. Other than that, I guess. I have more bolts than I realized. I guess I can rely on those, right? Alright, collectibles here. I think we have one at the gate. I think it's actually on the gate, or part of the gate. Oh yeah, there it is. my god, really? Okay, the next one I do believe is an audio recording. That might be past this section though. So we were in the church previously. Not sure exactly where we are now. The place was Cedar Hill, because I think because it was called Cedar Hill Church. But now we're in some kind of weird cavern. Oops.
Aberrant brainwave patterns observed in subjects number 25 and 33, and now again in 55. The one common factor is a case history of dissociative identity disorder. Previous experiments on the prefrontal cortex led to degradation of sense of self, but there were unanticipated results here. Suicidal thoughts of alternate personalities exhibited as attacks on the core personality. As self-consciousness waned, a sort of stasis was achieved. Like two creatures sewn together and forced to live as one, eternally hating the other. Delicious.
Delicious. I love his delivery of that line. He's also quite twisted if you think about that. Not that we couldn't have inferred that previously. Uh-oh. Oh my god, what is that? Is that a bunch of dead babies? That's a bunch of dead babies. Oh my god, it's a whole lot of dead babies. What? Why am I being attacked by a bunch of dead babies? Oh my god, there's more dead babies. Okay, it's giving me an indicator for flash. And the dead babies exploded because of the light. Oh, they're not just dead babies, they're like dead babies of the things we've been killing. What are they called? Alter egos? Oh my god, you stop following me. Yeah, blow up. That's really, really satisfying and sick at the same time. What did you do today? Wow, I exploded some dead babies. That's one thing I did. So the alter egos were, like I said, they kind of made their first appearance at the very beginning of the game. Oh my god. And again at the beginning of chapter 6. So why are they so important to us? Or to him? Okay, I do believe there's some things we can get here. Oh, I didn't realize I was full up on those. Oh, here we are. Okay. I knew there was one in here, I just didn't realize it was so obvious. Oh, more dead babies. No, more dead babies. Stop. Give me away. Oh my god. Would you guys stop? Oh my, no, let go of me. I'm totally gonna die here. Oh, you know, I was saying that to someone ironically. Not anymore. There we go. Now that I'm kind of seeing the rest of the collectibles list that I have, I'm thinking it might be the next chapter that's the longer one. We'll see though. For some reason this place is always very vague to me. I forget what to expect next. I think it's the next chapter that's actually on my mind right now. Why a planted seed will grow. That's an odd form of phrase. I think our... Oh, there it is. I think our next collectible is here. Cave notes. I went in too deep and of course it was a trap. Sophia told me to stop so many times. It was only a little further to the truth. I knew there'd be challenges, but I was so close. I noticed the faintest breeze coming from the crack of this door. This door had to lead outside. This plate I found looks like it fits in the slot. It's probably the key. But which way does it go? 50-50 odds. And I've been here pacing for what feels like an eternity, unable to make this simple choice. Sophia, if I make it out of here, I'll hold you in my arms. I'll tell you that you were right, and I'll never let you go. Something tells me he didn't make it. That must be him. Bloody relief plate. This strange plate has faces carved into either side of it. One side has blood streaked across it. So that's what he was talking about. Okay, well, the bloody side is apparently the way he put it in. next collectible should be very evident, but also very easy to miss. It sounds contradictory. I probably shouldn't word it that way. It usually means we're going to a new location. Whatever it is. Looks like we're in the hospital again. Okay, turn around. Mapped Fragment 14. Alright. Cool. Easy to miss because it's right behind us. Why are we in Beacon Mental Hospital again? Or is this Beacon Mental Hospital? It looks like it. At least what we've seen of it so far. Or did we just never leave the hospital? So many unanswered questions at this moment.
Doc? Doc, what the hell is going on?
There's no time. I need to figure out how to reverse this if we're going to stop him.
Who? This Ruvik guy? Who the hell is he?
I'm sorry, I have to find this.
I can't help if you leave me in the dark, Doc. And you need me to help.
We were working on a method. How can I explain this? It's like linking brains together. Sharing everything on an electrochemical level. Emotion, memory, perception, everything. Directly. It's unprecedented. The implications on psychology, on pharmaceuticals, on consciousness itself.
Are you serious? It's a fucking nightmare.
Well, I didn't say it was perfect. Especially not with such a unstable host.
Great. So your research partner is a psychopath. And we're all inside his head.
Not exactly, no. All of us are contributing on some level. But he's the only one with conscious influence.
You know how he thinks. What does he want?
Well, it's just a theory, but I'd say he wants us dead.
Hypothesis, not theory.
Doctor?
Come on, any self-respecting scientist knows that. Alright, Collectible. Okay, we just had a lot thrown at us, but let's check this out first, and then we'll talk about what happened. Journal of Sebastian Castellanos, June 16th, 2009. We dropped off Lily for her first day at preschool this morning. She's a brave girl. She seems like she'll be fine. Myra, God bless her, has had a tough 3 years. Raising a baby is a full-time job, and she's finally going to get the break she deserves. By break, I mean coming back to the KCPD Missing Persons Bureau. The amount of disappearances here seems to be growing. If we don't get to the bottom of this soon, there won't be anyone left to investigate. They'll all be missing. I exaggerate, of course, but there's something going on in Crimson City that needs to be stopped. And Myra will help see to that. She's damn good at her job and obviously happy to be back in her element. So that is really kind of tied to what we just learned in a way. There should be another one. In this room. Ooh. Bottle. I thought it was in this room. Maybe right here. Should be a document, I think. Did I do that? It should be in here, right? Okay, maybe it's actually in the future section. I may have been interpreting the notes wrong. So let's progress, and if I have to replay, I'll just have to replay.
Doctor?
All right, so there's going to be a cut there because going down the hall actually ended the chapter, and I completely forgot about that. Apparently, the document I'm looking for is in here along with our last key. So give me a second to figure this out, and we will regroup. That's why there's a bottle here. I should have known that. Why did I move ahead? How did I miss that? It's literally right there. Oh boy. Research facility note. Subject number 18. Connection established. Commencing procedure. 245 and 258. Abnormal brain wave activity detected, and then cardiac arrest. Resuscitable, sorry. So it's number 18. So we got 19. Connection established. Commencing procedure. Abnormal brainwave activity detected. Cardiac arrests about 20 minutes later. 20. Abnormal brainwave activity. Yeah, okay. So same thing. Doesn't look like any of them are changing until subject number 23. Connection established. Commencing procedure. 331. Abnormal brain waves activity detected. Heart rate, respiration, blood pressure, and temperature rising. 424, so about an hour later, recovery of consciousness, and then stabilization of vital signs at last. So who was number 23? Oh my god, that is so sneaky. Oh, I completely Okay, and it slides through the tube. Oh, that's cool. Okay. Wow, how would you find that? Holy crap, that was hard. Okay. Let me reconvene with my notes here. It looks like we had 3 keys. So assuming I didn't have any keys left over, that should be right. Just want to make sure I'm not missing anything. At least I showed everything, so if I miss it, I know where I missed it. But I think we are good to move forward. So let's do this. Oh boy. Okay, run faster. Run faster. Run faster. Oh my god, that's terrifying. It's still coming. It's still coming. It's still coming. Oh no. Oh, it's still coming. Okay, so that was actually a really short chapter. It must be the next one that's the lengthier one. Wow. So we actually had quite a bit of information dropped on us back in that room. I think that was Beacon we were in. How we got there, I don't quite know. And where we are now, I don't quite know. Like I said, it kind of seems like we keep being brought into these places that kind of look like a hospital, which makes me wonder, from perspective of what we know, did we ever actually leave the hospital? And we now know that there's something going on here. So some of this is going to start to make a little bit more sense now. He said that they were working so Jimenez was working with this Ruvik. We refer to him, I think, as a research partner. And of course, Ruvik is a bit unstable, as he mentioned. But he also said something about him being the only one here with conscious control. So regardless of where we actually are, whether we're still in the hospital or who knows where, the reason we are experiencing what we're experiencing is because we are connected to each other. Consciously connected to each other, not physically, I'm assuming. He said it's like linking brains. So essentially linking together this, whatever that he was working on is supposed to be connecting our minds together in some way. And he said we all contribute on some level, but he's the only one with active conscious control over it. So whenever we see that pulsating, that must be him phase shifting our reality, which would make sense as to why we ended up in Elk River at the beginning, because the doctor was familiar with the place, plus Leslie was familiar with it. So we had two people there that were familiar with that location, which by association means that Ruvik probably had some connection to it. And we've never heard Ruvik talk, but you could probably make the assumption that the recordings are him. So I don't think we've heard his voice yet. And like I said, if he happens, if maybe his part, so the way they're kind of setting it up is like his partner, Ruvik, is the serial killer, which would make sense why we keep hearing about these missing persons cases, and why we've been hearing about people being operated on. Some basis for the research, I would assume. So we've had a lot of information dropped on us right there, and if we're just going to cut through it, that's kind of what it's telling us. So we still need a little bit more information, but we have an idea of why we're experiencing what we're experiencing. So the city itself probably didn't actually fall apart. We just experienced that because or did it? Maybe it did fall apart. It sounds like everything that's happening is in our mind, which would make a lot more sense than physically happening. Like I said, we just circumstantially happened to crash land in the middle of the woods at a place that two of them knew about, possibly three of them knew about, as far as we know. I don't think so. So what we're experiencing isn't necessarily really happening in the real world, so to speak. It's happening in our minds. It's kind of like the reverse Matrix here in a way. Like we're experiencing something completely different. All right, so anyways, that was the end of chapter 8, I think. Yeah, it says right there, chapter 8. A planted seed will grow. I don't know where that name is coming from. Maybe because they're finally giving us an idea of what's going on. Maybe that's what this is. We're trying to see where this concept came from, maybe. I think that's all I have so far. So next time we will press on with chapter 9 and see where that takes us. It seems like we're starting to get some answers, so maybe we'll get some more explanation as we go. He didn't really give us the full explanation, but he gave us a pretty good idea of what's going on, why we're experiencing these things, at least logistically, not really the motivation behind it. So with that being said, let's close things out for this one. I know it's a shorter episode, but I'm trying to stick to chapter by chapter. And otherwise, thank you all for joining, and I will see you all later.